Hi everyone, I'm Alex Castroverde. I'm from Mequon, Wisconsin, and I'm a junior studying nutritional science in the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. Today you're going to follow me during the student takeover. Hey everyone, I'm actually heading to campus right now to do some work and go to my job. If you have any questions, please ask them right here in the box. Specifically chose nutritional science because I was really interested in food in high school, and then I got into more of the science aspect of like biochemical pathways, and that's why I chose this major. In the story, I kind of explained why I wanted to be a nutritional science major. In the future, I'm hoping to get an ND PhD. I specifically am interested in medicinal chemistry and how pharmaceuticals could change your pathways in the body, and that's what I want to go into. My favorite thing about Cornell is the opportunity of like everything. It's a plethora of opportunity of meeting new people, experiencing new things. Another thing is like how many classes I get to take that is catered to what I'm interested in. I research in the nutritional science department, working at the berry lab, looking at adipose and muscle tissue cell lineage. You'll actually see that later today of what I do. Accidentally deleted my answer for this. The largest class that I've taken here at Cornell is mostly my general classes. The smallest class I've ever taken is more discussion-based classes, but it's mostly around like 20 people I've seen in my class. Me specifically, it's pretty atypical because I don't have classes today. I just have my job and my research. Usually on Tuesdays I have physics lab, but it was canceled due to a prelim this Thursday. To elaborate a little bit more, I would have class from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then after that, I would have after school activities such as extracurriculars or research and things like that until 6 or 7. Sometimes I would also have like a break for lunch in between. Sorry, I wasn't able to show you most of my lab work because my phone died during my lab. But specifically today I did quantifying data and I did some genotyping. So a lot of people were asking about how research works here and how I got my research. So I'll go into that a little bit more. So I've actually been part of my lab since freshman year spring. I actually never had experience in a lab. I only took AP Capstone in my high school. So everything is kind of new to me. I've done one lab under general chemistry, and so when I got in, I didn't know a lot. So it's really, the first couple of months are really about you being trained, and then from there, you get to specialize in specific things for your lab. So some advice here for Cornell research in general is that actually search up a bunch of professors. A lot of professors might not be doing research that semester, or it's just a different type of project that you don't want to do and things like that. So that's my first one, is just knowing a lot of professors' research out there. Other than that, I would also read their research. It's really important to know what you're getting yourself into. In terms of like background, it's really nice to have some background, but it's in with an open mind and willing to learn is the best way to get involved with research and things like that. So I already talked about one of the clubs that I'm part of, which is Creme de Cornell, as a writer and editor-in-chief. I'm also part of the Cornell Filipino Association, Big Red Ambassadors, and a pre-health professional sorority called Rho Psi Eta. I've been getting this question a lot. What is the difference between nutritional science and CALS and human ecology? And that's mostly actually the college's requirements. So for example, CALS requires you to do a diversity requirement, while human ecology makes you do more human ecology classes. In general, your major will stay the same. Main reason why I chose CALS over human ecology is because of two things. So A, the diversity requirement. I really like the idea of taking classes that are outside my major and learning about social justice, social identities, etc. On top of that, I'm specifically from Wisconsin, so I was really interested in how nutrition plays a role in what is being grown in crops, also how nutrition in crops specifically and things like that. So a typical weekend for me is I would take out Saturdays. I would like to go check out what is out there. So for example, Apple Fest was last week. I would go to the Ithaca's Farmers Market. Sometimes Cornell has really cool events. And then Sunday I just do work. So I actually came to Cornell here my junior year for pre-summer college. I wanted to test out the waters that I would actually like Cornell and things like that. I fell in love with the environment, but I also had a really amazing summer college professor, and that's why I chose Cornell. I think what separates Cornell from other universities here in the United States is that Cornell has a vast alum network that reaches from everywhere in the world. I was able to talk to some previous alums about how do they go to med school or what some research opportunities and things. I think Cornell's classes are super unique and specialized. For example, there's the ice cream making classes for food science majors. There's a lot of like hotel specific classes. So if you're not a nutritional science, and Cornell, why I chose nutritional science and what makes it special for Cornell specifically is that some of the classes really heavily focus on research. That's what I wanted to go into. Another thing is like how to apply in the classroom to the real world, which I really appreciate. I personally do not feel isolated in Ithaca or run out of things to do. I think Ithaca is its own little bubble where it's like its own little town. You get stuff to do, but specifically here at Cornell, there's so many things to do on a weekend, and I'll explain a little bit more. I personally do not feel like I run out of things to do. My freshman year and actually currently now, just because everything's getting used normal due to COVID, acapella concerts are super popular. They're literally what you think. Similar to Pitch Perfect and things like that. They're really fun and entertaining. I have friends in dance groups such as Break Free and Loco. That is really fun to watch, to see like people dance to like choreography. It's so cool. I know I would watch Cornell orchestras. I was part of it my freshman year. They have a concert that's coming up. Athletic events. Cornell hockey is really popular to watch during the winter. You could also leave Ithaca technically, like Greek Peak. You go skiing, snowboarding, and tubing. Want more springtime stuff like swimming, you could go swimming in the gorges, the ones that you're allowed to swim in. You could go canoeing, kayaking, and if you ever want to leave Ithaca, there are charter buses for you. For our prelim tomorrow, but we would like to say good night, everyone. If you have any questions, you could follow Max and I on Instagram. Bye.